Hello，先生小姐，歡迎你翻到嚟 Vlad the Impaler。我哋繼續翻頭先，因為頭先有少少 bug 咁啊，所以我哋又撈唔到後邊啲嘢。咁啊，依家 reset 咗隻 game 之後又 OK 啦。The Sultan leaves the room for a moment, stepping into the shadow. He returns carrying an item that he holds with great esteem and presents it to you. It takes a great deal of strength to fight the way you do, the Sultan stated. Take this and allow the power to guide you. 好啦，咁啊 Sultan 嘅酋長離開咗間房，然之後翻嚟之後，佢攞住一件嘢，咁佢係非常之珍而重之咁樣攞住佢，然之後交俾你。你需要好強嘅力量去 fight the way you do， 去好似你咁樣戰鬥。然之後 Sultan State 個酋長講，攞住一把嘢，然之後希望就借住佢嘅力量，希望佢嘅力量可以支持住你，去引導住你。OK。The most intimate of weapon, the handle of this dagger wrapped around its wielder's wrist. The strength of its bond is transferred into every blow it strike. 咁呢件係可以話係最親近、最親密同佢主人最親嘅武器。呢把刀仔嘅手柄會係纏住佢哋嘅使用者嘅手腕有，而所有嘅力量，佢哋之間嘅聯繫嘅力量會係亦都係傳到去每一擊上面。OK，Health Handle 呢把嘢我幾型下，咁啊加以 Strength 加 Dexterity 加Constitution 都幾勁下，把嘢都幾靚下刀仔，因為我崩崩地嘅刀，但係好勁。Continue Journey to Castle.You leave behind a wall still in the grips of darkness, despite all you have done on this street and in its shadowy corner. There's still only one way to truly save it. You trek across Ottoman country, and in atrocious, it's atrocious. Okay, by day, bandits hound you as if you have specifically been given your name.咁你離開咗伊斯坦堡，雖然你喺城市入邊都做過好多嘢，但係始終真係要拯救佢，你要翻到去你原本嚟嘅地方。咁啊，呢度亦都喺路上面都非常之險峻，你嘅路途非常險峻，似乎啲流民山賊似乎好似追住你嚟打，好似係佢哋知道你個名，所以追住你打咁樣。At night, things crawl out of shadow with teeth like knife. Only be kept at bay by the circle you draw upon the ground around you. It is horrid, and you sleep little, but as you climb through the mountain forest of Transylvania, you at last find the road you once climbed as a friend. 咁喺夜晚有好多唔同嘅不停嘅生物都爬出嚟，想去襲擊你，但係你用你自己畫出嚟嘅一個魔法陣啦，可以叫做咁啊，阻止咗佢哋唔俾你接近。俾佢哋接近你，咁你瞓好少，但係當你最後終於去到 Transylvania 嘅 Forest， 經過 Mountain 咁去到條路，你曾經係以一個朋友嘅身份行過一條路。And even in the twisting twilight landscape, there are still a few flowers to be seen along the road. You pick the few that catch the last light of waning sun.But as you round the final bend, Vlad's castle come into view. You once stayed there as a welcome friend. Now it seems to stare at you in hunger, as if the very stone were looking you into the gaping mouth of the inner gate. 咁呢度行嘅時候，摘咗係成日 feel you pick。Okay, 你見到喺呢度行嘅時候，你路上面見到幾朵花，咁你亦都喺趁住喺日落之前就摘咗幾朵，咁亦都最後亦都兜轉之後，終於見到一個 Vlad 嘅 castle 嘅城堡。咁你曾經喺度係一個朋友，但係依家佢似乎係以一個非常飢餓嘅視線去望住你。而似乎佢呢個城堡嘅所有嘅石頭都好似吸引緊，喺度引誘緊你入去佢嘅口嗰度。 The portcullis crashed down behind you as you enter the dead wall. You know for a fact that there's now only one way you'll ever leave the castle, and death is not it. 咁當你入到去嘅時候，嗰度閘門亦都落咗落嚟，咁你都知道你淨係得一條路可以離開，一個方法可以離開 Castle Dracula， 而死亡唔係其中一條。我哋去到 Vlad the Impaler 城堡 Castle Dracula。好啦，我哋去呢一邊去 Antique Chamber。OK， The front gate to the castle swing wide, as if operated by phantoms. You know that to show any fear would be fatal. So you square your jaw, draw your weapon, and step across the threshold. The main antechamber is dark, but just as your eyes are beginning to adjust, 100 candles flare to life. OK， 咁你知道到城堡嘅大門亦都狠狠地咁打開咗。你知道如果喺呢度你顯露出任何嘅恐懼的話，會係足以致命。所以你掹咗你武器，咬緊牙關，穿過咗一個門檻。一個主廳嗰度非常之暗，但係當你對眼慢慢習慣咗呢個黑暗嘅時候，有上百支嘅蠟燭亦都瞬間點着晒。Comrade crisscross the high ceiling, but you can still make it out the mural painting there. A sweeping depiction of Vlad as a younger man, leading his force of Wallachian soldier against the West Army of the Sultan. 咁喺呢個地方嘅上面有好多蜘蛛網交叉咁樣編織住，而你都望到入邊一幅畫，一個年輕嘅 Vlad。佢帶住一個 Wallachian soldier， 佢哋自己嘅士兵，面對住一個奧圖曼嘅大軍。You remember how much he looked like a savior in the painting, when sunlight would fill the dome. But now, by flickering candlelight, he appears more like a horseman of the apocalypse. 你仲記得佢以前仲係一個救世主嘅時候，佢係非常咁英勇啦，咁但係依家你喺呢個蠟燭嘅燈光之下，你覺得佢似乎係一個末世嘅騎士 ，Horseman of Apocalypse 係咯，啟示錄入邊有4騎士。Who goes there? Who goes there? Comes a voice from the balcony above you. You look up and find a rugged-looking man with a full breath and dark eye.Staring down at you. I've come to see Prince Vlad, you say. I'm a friend. And I suspect he's been expecting me. 咁喺你嘅樓頂嘅一個平台度有個人問你係邊個？而你亦都回答翻佢，我係嚟揾一個 Vlad 嘅。佢似乎喺度等緊我，我係佢嘅朋友，佢而家喺度等緊我。The man's mouth twists.Into a smile. He has been expecting you to die. 咁佢嘅口亦都變成一個扭曲成一個笑容。佢都好佢喺度等緊你，佢 expect 緊你，佢預咗你去死啊！跟住佢就跳咗落嚟。當佢落到地下嘅時候，佢係4肢咁樣接觸住地面嘅。而亦都係一隻巨型嘅人狼 ，with a fighting ground, he charges you。佢一個非常之令人震驚、令人驚慌嘅一個尖叫，叫完之後佢衝埋嚟嗰度，咁點算 ？Attack the roof, dodge the roof。避開佢先。Knowing full well that without silver, you don't stand a chance against the beast. You decide on a different tactic. You run directly toward the charging roof, readying to swing.Just then, as it leaked into the air, you drop to the floor, sliding under it. The wolf sailed over you, landing unharmed to the other end of the room. It spins to come back to you, but you have already regained your feet. and are running toward the archway leading deeper into the castle。咁你知道冇帶住銀武器，你基本上係冇機會可以消滅到呢隻咁嘅怪獸，所以你決定用一個第二方法。咁你一路向住隻狼嘅方向奔跑，而當佢跳上空中嘅時候，你就一個鏟式一個飛鏟咁啊，喺佢肚腩下邊鏟過，咁我避開咗佢，咁佢就響另一邊落咗地，冇受傷害。而你亦都當佢轉身想埋去繼續去追擊你嘅時候，你亦都企翻喺地下，繼續跟住啲路一路向住城嘅深處進發。As you run through, however, you drop a handful of flour that you pick on your way up the road. The roof slide to and Rachel stop right in front of the flower. He begin to bark madly. He cannot cross because the flower are wolfsbane。當你一路跑嘅時候，咁你就發覺你就跌咗你頭先執翻嚟嗰幾朵花，但係嗰幾隻 werewolf 就去到嘅時候就停低咗，喺啲花面前停低咗，因為佢喺度瘋狂咁樣尖叫，喺度瘋狂咁吠，但係佢過唔到，因為呢啲花係叫做 wolfsbane 啊，係一啲傳說話啲狼人係會怕呢啲植物，如果佢哋食到呢啲植物或者俾呢啲植物傷到的話會死。Now you are free to plunge deeper into the castle, while he will have to circle around by other road to try to catch up with you. And by that time, you fully intend on fighting some silver. You turn away from the pacing beast and descend into the lower hall. Okay, got magic, got 哇 GT. Okay. 10、13、19都幾勁下，依家 magic 都高啲添。好啦，咁啊去到 Black Chaplet， 黑色教堂仔。As you enter a castle chaplet, you're surprised to see just how greatly it has fallen into despair. It wasn't more than 10 years ago that you attend mass in this very place, and yet it looks as though centuries have passed. 咁嚟到一個城堡嘅教堂仔，咁你發覺哇，只不過係變到咁嘅樣，咁你都唔夠10年之前曾經嚟過嘅地方，嗰陣時都幾好啊，但係依家嚟到好似已經過咗成個世紀咁樣。The pews have split and warped. The altar has overgrown with lichen. The crucifix has been shattered. Dust and ash cover everything. Most disturbingly, however, is that the tomb of the other long-dead Dracula seems to have been recently opened. 咁喺呢啲地方好多蜘蛛網啊，好多塵啊鋪住唔同地方，上面嘅十字架都碎晒咁。而最令人感到不安嘅就係好多已經死咗好耐嘅Dracula， 即係佢嘅一個 Vlad 嘅家族，亦都係最近係俾人開咗。You cross the chapel, past a blasphemous font where Vlad himself was baptized as a child, and you wonder just how this great man could have fallen so far. That's when you realize that there's a woman standing against the far wall. You hadn't noticed her when you enter, because her dress is grey, and her face is covered with the same ash as the rest of the chapel. She stared at you with unblinking eye. 咁你望見到呢個地方曾經係一個Vlad 受浸嘅地方，咁但係佢到底點解會變成而家咁嘅樣呢？而你都望見遠處有一個女人，咁係完全係着咗一個灰色衫嘅，咁佢嘅 face 係 cover of same ash as the rest of the chapel， 塊面都俾好多灰塵冚住，佢一眼都唔眨望住你。Speak to her, attack with a bow to the heart， 兩個都有啲危險。遇見好多女都係 vampire 危險。Speak to her, okay. What are you doing here? You ask. Her voice is little more than a whisper. When she replies, I was married here. I was married here. You take a step toward her. You are one of the Draculas, you say. She's slowly shaking her head. No. 呢度做咩啊？你問佢，咁佢把聲只係俾一個輕輕咁嘅微 whisper， 都係大聲少少嘛。我喺呢度出嫁，亦都行一步近佢。你係其中一個 Dracula， 咁佢你講，咁佢慢慢咁搖頭，唔係。 Are you dead？ 你咪死啊！你係咪死咗啦？你問佢，聽到你問佢，第一次眨眼。Single tear runs down either side of your face, washing away ribbons of ash。聽到咁講，佢都流咗滴眼淚，而滴眼淚都洗走咗佢面上邊嘅灰塵。Then she nod. You take a step closer。佢點頭，而你亦都行近咗一步。Did he kill you? She shook her head. No. Are you one of his guardians? You ask. 你係咪佢有冇殺到你？係咪佢殺你？佢搖頭，唔係。咁你係咪佢其中一個守衛？你問佢。She closed her eyes, then slowly nodded. Her voice is even quieter. Then she replies, "But I failed." 佢合埋咗對眼，然之後慢慢咁點頭。佢把聲比頭先更加之低，跟住佢就回覆㗎嘛。但係我失敗咗。你點樣失敗？你點樣失敗啊？你問佢。Mere feet away from her, flash tears run down her cheeks as she says, "Because I was guarding her conscience, his conscience." OK。咁唔夠喺數尺之距，咁佢嘅眼淚都繼續沿住佢塊面流落嚟，因為我係守護住佢嘅良知。That stopped you in your track. What happened to him? You ask. 佢發生咩事啊？到底佢發生咩事？你問佢。佢對眼慢慢咁打開，而佢望住好似穿越咗佢面上面嘅陰暗嘅陰影。佢曾經都嘗試去做，佢嘗試去做一啲好嘅事。佢本身係希望一啲龍騎士們去幫助一啲無辜嘅人去對付邪惡，但係佢哋喺佢哋嘅路途上面迷失咗，亦都係去處決、去審判所有人，佢哋喺路上遇到，佢哋喺嗰條清除邪惡嘅路上面遇到嘅人。And the blood on the hand was twisted him, opened his heart to influence of shadow and light。而佢哋啲騎士手上面沾染嘅血，亦都去扭曲咗佢。佢嘅心靈亦都係被打開咗，令到受到黑暗同埋邪惡所感染。而佢而家亦都唔再會聽我講嘢，而佢淨係聽所有狼嘅尖叫，同埋佢嗰啲死咗嘅 cold women， 嗰啲吸血僵屍嘅女人。He's lost. Her eyes wandered down to your weapon。 佢已經迷失咗，佢對眼望住武器。Now there is but one last thing which can affect his heart. She reaches a filthy finger to touch your weapon. There's a sudden flash of light, blinding you. 而家仲有一樣嘢可以影響到佢嘅心，佢用佢嘅手指掂你嘅武器，而你嘅武器都一瞬間發出好勁嘅光芒，去撐一撐你。你睇一陣後，捽捽你嘅眼。當嗰啲光芒最後終於退去嘅時候，你發現得返你自己一個喺呢個教堂入邊。但係你嘅武器似乎有啲唔同咗，似乎佢係更加之光亮。Luminescence in the black chapel，in the black chapel， 咁喺一個黑暗嘅教堂入邊發住光。你記得嗰隻 werewolf and press on。Up back the stairs, climbing into the height of the castle。 咁你記得嗰度係 roof 啦，咁似乎我哋依家有件 silver weapon 啦，咁我就繼續行翻條後邊嘅樓梯，繼續向住城堡嘅上層進發。No stat gain， 咁冇經到任何嘢。OK， East Parlor。 At the top of the stair, you find yourself in a long corridor leading toward a pair of heavy oak door。You gather your courage and move forward, passing open rooms along the side of the passage. But then, one catches your notice. Against your better judgment, you look inside. 你一路沿住條樓梯喺度上，咁啊你去到一條長廊嗰度，咁啊呢條長廊就係去住一對好沉重嘅大木門嗰度，咁你鼓起勇氣推開道門，然之後行喺道門入邊亦都有繼續有好長嘅長巷，咁啊但係當你望見其中一樣嘢引起你嘅注意，咁 against your better judgment you look inside. It's a saloon-style parlor, as dark and dusty as everything else you have seen in the castle so far. But through the moth-eaten drapes along the far wall, you can make out a painting. On the canvas, a real couple face each other holding hand. 咁你喺入邊望見其中一啲雖然入邊好腐爛咁樣，但係你望見一幅畫，上面有一幅油畫，上面有一對 couple， 有對夫婦咁望住對方，揸住hold 住手。The taller of the two figures is young Vlad, dressed in an open and regal uniform, with a ruby and crescent sword sheath on his hips. Staring into his eye is a beautiful Transylvanian woman in a royal dress of gold and blue. Your jaw dropped. There can be no mistakes. You just saw that woman in a chapel downstairs. 咁喺幅畫度係一個年輕嘅 Vlad 啦，年輕嘅 Vlad 咁啊着住一啲好貴重嘅皇室嘅成員嘅衫，另外隔離有個女人亦都係着住一啲好貴重嘅又金又藍嘅貴族嘅衫。咁你好俾佢感覺到驚嚇就係呢個冇錯，呢個女人就係頭先喺一個教堂仔度見到嘅人嚟。Vlad's wife, he was married when he was younger. That's when you feel the sleeve of cheery finger across the back of your neck. You spin around, raising your weapon, and yet you find no horrible monster, but three beautiful women grow in flowing gold, otherworldly in the moonlight, sleeping in front of the window. 呢個就係佢老婆。咁當你係望緊嘅時候，你感覺到後邊有啲好冰冷嘅手指觸動你條頸。當你望嘅時候，你揸住武器轉咗身望一望嘅時候，發覺後邊冇咩可怕嘅怪獸，但有3個好靚嘅女人喺月光之下。咁啊，沿住月光嘅窗口月光沿住窗口殺嚟。咁你見到3個靚女。OK。咁樣咧，好劈佢。Your years of experience scream through the supernatural gaze of their beauty, and you lash out with your weapon, decapitating the one nearest to you. The other two scream in rage as their sister's head bounce off the room, and a geyser of blood erupt from her neck. 咁你多年嘅經驗覺得，哇！呢啲嘢絕對唔係一啲正常嘅嘢嚟嘅。咁於是掹咗你嘅 weapon 出嚟，一刀就斬死咗，一刀就斬咗佢最近你嗰個姐個頭。而其他兩個見到佢哋嘅姐妹個頭飛咗出嚟之後，亦都非常之憤怒咁尖叫。Okay. The enchantment over you is broken, and you now see that the remaining two actually have monstrous red eye and sharp fangs. 咁佢哋嘅魔法影響力都被破解咗，而你見到佢哋係有非常之深紅嘅怪獸嘅深紅嘅眼睛，亦都係好尖嘅爪牙。佢哋跳向你嗰度，咁digging their teeth into your flesh, you scream at the biting chill of their teeth and feel through the mist of blood that is filling the room as you're trying to get them off you. 咁佢哋跳埋度咬你。咁你因為俾佢咬中，非常之痛，亦都慘叫，亦都又痛又凍咁樣，非常之慘叫咁樣嘗試去拱開嗰兩隻嘢。They are strength otherworldly, but you have not come so far, only subdued by mere minion. 佢哋非常之大力，但係你係唔會嚟到喺度先俾啲咁嘅卒仔搞掂嘅。你諗起以前喺一個 Battle Monk 身上面學到嘅嘢，咁你 twist and roll, breaking a fin off you， 佢哋一路扭一路轉一路碌。咁避開咗，咁拱開咗嗰兩隻嘢，亦都去衝開咗佢哋，同時用你嘅武器斬埋剩低兩隻嘢嘅頭落嚟。More blood filled the air from their severed head and neck, until there's a thick haze of red mist hanging suspended in the room. 咁不停咁有血 喺佢哋被斬咗頭嘅頸度噴出嚟，直到成間房都噴到煙霧瀰漫咁樣。You stumble back out into the hall, leaving much of your own blood behind as you turn your sight toward the final door. 要離開嗰道門，慢慢咁離開嗰道門，亦都去到望住最後一道門。OK， 減一 con 加 strength y 14.9，好大力。好，王座房。Covered in blood of the vampire woman, you kick open the heavy door and walk inside the audience hall of the castle. 3 long pikes with sharpened spear points standing in row along the far wall. Behind them hung a banner with the symbol of the Knights of the Order of the Dragon. 好，你成身都係俾啲吸血僵屍嘅女人冚住，嘅血冚住啦。咁你見到喺入邊有個呢個王在房間啦，入邊有好多有幾支尖尖嘅長矛，上面掛住幾支旗嘅，呢幾支旗就屬於一個Order of the Dragon 騎士。Sitting at this desk in front of them is a man with a long dark hair. He looks up from writing as you enter. You recognize the face all too clearly. It's him, Vlad the Impaler. You should not have come here, my friend, he says, sitting down his writing quill. 咁喺面前嘅見到隻歌就係 Vlad Dracul， 佢又停低咗唔再寫嘢。佢同你講：你唔應該嚟呢度嘅朋友。然之後放低咗佢支筆。You step forward, replying, and you should not have sent me to Istanbul if the darkness I was meant to find was actually you. 你行前一步，答佢。而你都唔應該派我去伊斯坦堡。如果你就係嗰個黑暗邪惡，我係 supposed to 揾出嚟嘅。OK，Vlad standing up from his chair, looking every bit the man you remember from better day. 咁佢企起身，離開咗張凳。He said, "I had suspected." 我曾經懷疑過，that a greater evil was rising。咁我曾經懷疑過，曾經都估過，亦都有啲邪惡嘅嘢會係慢慢咁崛起。但係我嘅騎士，無論佢殺咗幾多異端、幾多邪教，無論佢哋審判過幾多女巫，無論嗰啲Islamist刺殺過幾多邪惡嘅人，佢哋都係揾唔到嗰個邪惡所在嘅來源。所以我就派你喺一個超自然世界入邊嘅最佳嘅 investigator。Because I know， 因為我知道，如果你再次行過呢棟門嘅時候，咁it would confirm that I had grown to suspect that I had become that great evil。咁如果你行過呢道門嚟到的話，咁你就會可以肯定到我曾經懷疑嘅嘢，就係我變成咗嗰個邪惡，嗰個最大嘅邪惡。He released his heavy cape from his strong shoulder to fall to the floor。咁佢除咗佢件好重嘅斗篷。And tonight you have proven me right. You watch as Vlad's skin crack and split.Breaking open and sloughing off as if a serpent was shredding out his outer layer。 而今晚你都證明咗係啱。咁佢哋一路望住佢嘅皮膚慢慢咁爆開，亦都裂開，咁好似一條蛇慢慢脫去佢外皮咁樣。Grey flesh, muscular and terrible, emerged from beneath long black talon and at his fingertips, symbol of some dead language covered his torso。佢嘅皮膚又係非常之灰，但係都係非常之充滿住肌肉，非常之大隻。而佢手上面有長長黑色嘅指甲，長長嘅黑爪，而心口度身上面有多用唔同嘅已經失去咗嘅語言，已經都冇人再講嘅語言，係寫咗喺佢心口上面。His face peeled away to reveal demonic eyes and saber-like fang, as bat-like ear extend from the side of his head.And from his back, sport 4 membranous wings, which flicks for the first time. Look upon me, my friend. 可能要扮得似啲，我扮得 驚啲。Look upon me, look upon me, my friend. He says in a hellish voice, and know that you are my final test, the last barrier before my great but hero destiny. Okay. 好啦，咁我哋要打佢啦，最後一場戰鬥。咁呢個係一個頭先我哋要同佢打佢啦 ，fake up step， 跟住 hit the heart，hit the head， 跟住 health handle。好，我哋 charm， 然之後用 charm， 然之後 offend。好，頭先啊，我哋咧有 damage 啦，我哋食咗幾多度，佢食咗幾多度。咁要點打咧？頭先啊，好扮下嘢先 ，fake up step。You keep a calm exterior as Dracula flexes his undead ring and muscle, and then he leaps at you, swinging his talon hand. With practiced speed, you swing your weapon in a tight arc, appearing to strike at his heart. Vlad knocks your weapon away as planned, and you step in close, driving a dagger into his eye. OK， 我盡量都唔翻譯啦，因為都幾多嘢下。OK， he screams in surprise and grabbed for hints of the things as you plant well-placed foot into his chest, kicking him backward. The vampire crashed to the floor, screaming as he pulled the dagger painfully from his skull. His eyes still skewered on the blade as blood spewed from the empty sock. 咁我插入隻眼度，佢都尖叫。佢隻眼亦都慢慢似乎咁樣插慢咗，啲血就慢慢噴出嚟。OK， 咁佢食咗道 damage， 非常優。好，嘗試下打佢頭。You know that to strike second is likely not to strike at all against so formidable opponent, and you leap forward, swinging for the vampire's head. His mouth become unnaturally large, and his neck swerve serpent-like, dodging your blow to bury his great fang into your shoulder. 仆街，俾佢咬中添。You scream in agony as the pain and chill of his bite, and with a sharp twist of his head, he throws you across the room, colliding against a bookcase. Your shoulder hemorrhage blood from the large chunk that he's beating out of. OK， 咁似乎打佢頭唔係好成功。嘗試下用 Hell Sandal。You leap as the vampire, you leap at the vampire, bringing all your martial skill to bear. As your blade cut broad swath across his hellish body, Dracula screamed in both pain and surprise. His eye widened at the blood that spewed from his wound. How is it possible? He sneered. You wonder the same thing yourself, then notice the sight growing from the weapon, the same glow that blinds you when the woman in the chapel touches it. With a roar of rage and a swipe of his cursed hand, and with invisible force, rip the blade from your hand and send it hurling into the wooden support along the roof where it splintered and stick. Now, Dracula said, standing as his full, bleeding height. We shall see what you can do without your enchanted toy. 我哋成功吉佢都，但係都俾佢打開咗把劍。有啲難度呢個。頭先 offend charm 佢 ，offend charm 佢先，上次好。There's still time to draw your madness to a close, you shout. You are still redeemable. I know it. With a powerful roar, the vampire lifts off great rings, saying, "The blood of Istanbul is on this hand, and soon the blood of all Europe. There is no redemption from the darkness which now feeds me. I'm risen. I'm Dracula." You shout back him. I don't believe you've crossed so far as to be incapable of bringing back. Dracula sneered his fang mouth and said, "Then perhaps this would convince you." And with incredible speed, he collided into you, cross-wreck your flesh in every direction. Rack! 好 ，damn it！ 吉佢心口。 You decide to dispense with a lengthy struggle and leap forward, aiming directly at Vlad's chest as he charged you. The two of you collide mid-air. The angle was awkward, and you didn't quite have the strength to push your dagger through his heart. What's worse is that the two of you collide to the floor with Vlad on top of you, his claw rack and slash tearing fountains wound across your torso. Oh no. You have died at the hand of Vlad the Impaler. Yours is the first name on the long list of heroes to be murdered during his eternal campaign of blood and recklessness. Oh no, 我哋輸咗。Oh, the end has come, but there's more to discover. OK， 咁我哋對唔冧佢，撐少少，可能我哋啲能力值唔夠高，咁我冇計啊。其實都幾好啦，我哋都可以成功咁對到佢一下，然之後靠件 weapon 對到下面，不過冇計啊，唔夠佢打就唔夠佢打嘅。OK，artist 都幾多幾好啊，幾 OK 嘅，隻 game 幾好。咁我哋失敗咗，好，我哋睇下下次會點樣樣啦。下次睇下點樣可以解決呢個 Dracula。好，今集去到先啦，多謝收睇，下次再見啦，拜拜。